Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with Talk About It Tuesday. I have an actual title today. I had talked to Boss Man about my topic, and I told him I want to give an actual title for today. And so my title is Moral Compass. And what I mean by that is, each one of us have our own walk of life. You know, we all have a road that we are traveling, and so we all have our own moral compass for our lifestyle. And so the reason why I want to talk about that is because recently there have been some things that have been brought up to my attention, and I want to kind of discuss them or whatever. I actually had saw a video not long ago, and the person in the video was talking about another person's basically moral compass, and she wasn't judging it, but what she was trying to convey was, you know, you can't tell a person or tell people, you know, about the Lord and cuss at the same time. Basically, that was like the bottom line of it. And so she was attacked. She was, I guess you would say, cyberbullied or whatever, because they felt like she was judging. And so of course they cast that that scripture on her, judge not, you know, and so they would not finish the whole scripture. And so she was fighting them back with scripture, you know. And so, you know, we're all under a spiritual warfare, you know. None of us are, you know, oblivious to it. But in my own personal life, you know, I have been contacted by a few different people in reference to doing things that is not part of my standards or part of my morals. It's not that I think that I'm better than anyone else, or I'm a, you know, high society, or, you know, above someone, but just looking at my morals and my standards, they just don't align with my morals. And so I was asked recently to join a forum that was basically talking about sex, and you know, and wanting me to wear t-shirts that, you know, talk about sex, but not so much sex or making love, but more or less getting down to the dirty details. And I'm sorry, but the music you're hearing, that's ice cream truck. Yes, we have ice cream trucks in our neighborhood. Anyway, you know, my take on that is, I don't feel that I need to discuss the details. You know, that's for my husband and I. That's not for no one else. You know, if I want to talk about marriage, then yes, I will talk about marriage. I'll talk about relationships, but I'm not going to sit in a forum and discuss, you know, sex down to the last detail, you know, because I just don't feel that that's what I need to do. And so I think I offended the person, which is fine, you know, and they're actually an older person, older than me, but it just doesn't go according to my moral compass. So like I said, I'm not trying to portray that I'm better or that I'm above, but that's just something that I don't need to discuss in an open forum just to have a conversation. I mean, there's all kinds of conversations we can have outside of, you know, talking about sex. Now, and that's not being prudish. I don't want nobody to think, oh, Boss Lady a prude. No, I'm a married woman, so you know I'm not a prude, but I'm not gonna sit and, you know, discuss my sex life with strangers and, you know, online people. That's just not what I'm going to do. So, you know, as far as my moral compass is that's not part of my destiny. That's not part of my destination of where I'm going with my life. And then, you know, another situation that popped up was just kind of, you know, I'm a married woman, yes. And so talking about that, you know, I take my marriage seriously. I take my covenant vows seriously. You know, some people, oh, she's always talking about boss man, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I am. I sure am. That's my husband, so that's what I'm to do. You know, but I don't condone married women or men cheating on their spouses, or, you know, or saying, well, whatever they don't know won't hurt them, things like that. you know, and then just doing God knows what with whoever. You know, that's not part of my makeup. And so and Boss Man has single friends where I'm like, oh, you're cheating on your girl. Well, I'm about to go tell her, because she's not gonna say, you know, Boss Lady knew anything. No, Boss Lady didn't know nothing, because I done told you what was said to me or around me or whatever, you know. And so his friends knew, don't you bring no extra to my house, because you know I'm gonna tell your lady what's going on, you know what I'm saying. So, but I feel the same way as far as, you know, with my female friends. If you out here, you're doing what you're doing, don't bring that around me. Don't talk about it around me. Don't bring it around me, because my morals will not allow me to just hold that secret for you. I can't do that. That's just not my makeup. So that's just part of my moral compass. You know, and once again, it's not that I feel that I'm better, you know, but I honestly would hope and pray that someone would do the same for me. If they saw me stepping out of line as far as my marriage is concerned, that they would hit up Boss Man and say, hey, you know, Boss Lady, yeah, you know, and same for me, Boss Lady, Boss Man, blah, 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 you know. But we have that mutual respect and understanding that we're not to do that, because we take our covenant vows seriously. You know, I've told many of people he's my best friend, and I'm his. And, you know, anything that, you know, we could do with somebody else, we doing with each other, because, you know, we made that covenant vow. So, but I notice a lot of people who are not strong in their walk, they tend to sideline with folks who are not doing as they would hope. Getting very disappointed, thinking, oh, you know, they're married, they got kids, and then next thing you know, you find out one of them is cheating or stepping out or doing some wild stuff, and they're like, well, wait a minute now, you know. And I tell my kids, and I'll tell anyone else, you know, you tend to get that label, that tag, if you're around that certain type of individual. So I govern myself accordingly, where I only associate in my personal life, in my inner circle, I only associate with upstanding married women, you know, who are about their marriage, about their husbands, about their life, about their children, you know, not out here, yeah, they married, but they cheating with, you know, Tom, you know, and Harry and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So that I can't associate myself with. And even when we were dating, you know, I still, you know, I was working on self to prepare for marriage. So I wasn't out here with, you know, 50 million boyfriends, but still had Boss Man as my main, you know, squeeze or whatever, you know. So I had an aunt tell me, oh, you already act like an old married lady. I said, well, that's my goal in life. I want to be an old married lady, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be out here, you know, messing around and clubbing and whatever. That's not me. So, and I set my eyes on the prize, and I, you know, almost 12 years into it, 24 years later. So, you know, and that's what I try to, you know, talk with, you know, other young females who aspire to, you know, have what I have, or even have better than what I have, you know. I try to be an example and make sure that I'm governing myself accordingly. You know, trying to make sure I take time for him. You guys always hear me talk about, you know, date night and whatever. And sometimes, you know, I will say date night for us is totally different than date night for someone else. Now, other people, they may, you know, dress up, they're going out, they're spending $200-$300 on a date. No, we're not doing that. You know, we're going to sit up, we're going to have us a nice dinner at home, you know, get us a couple, 2-3 movies, some popcorn, some candy, and, you know, sit in front of the TV. That's date night to us. That's us spending time together, you know. Or we might take a nice ride around the lakes. You know, we in the land of 10,000 lakes here in Minnesota, so there's plenty of lakes we can, you know, drive by. You know, and that's calming, because you know water is calming for me. So, but that's the type of things that we do, you know, take a nice walk in the park or whatever. You know, and we spend time together. We talk, you know, even on our Monday dates, even if we're just talking about vacation, we talk, you know. And that's okay with both of us. We're not trying to impress the next couple or try to upstand the next couple. We're trying to do what's best for he and I. So, but we look at our own moral compass as far as, we set our standards, and whatever our standards are, that's what, we follow through on. We're not trying to, yeah, we're married, but like I said, doing something that we know is not of us or of God. So that's what I want to talk about today. Just staying in tune with your moral compass. Don't allow folks to influence you to do other things that you wouldn't necessarily do. And that even goes as far as YouTube as well. There's several YouTubers on all different types of levels. And, everybody's trying to meet one, teach one, beat one, whatever. Boss Lady don't have time for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have time for that. I'm looking dead at the camera, y'all. I don't have time for that. Boss Lady gonna do what Boss Lady wanna do. That's it, And yeah, so I'm staying in tune with my moral compass. I'm keeping in tune with God and what He has planned and set out for my life. I learned in church on Sunday, God uses the unqualified, the broken, to make things better. So that is me. I'm raw and uncut, and God is using me every step of the way. So with that being said, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you all in a new video. Bye-bye.